Most people recognise quality when they see it. It's when you get what it is that you want.
Quality is about providing what you've been asked to provide.
Quality enables trust, and a quality system enables you to have confidence. And quality method is not just common sense. It comes as a result of people having competence. In 1919, most things that you would use in your life would probably come from quite close to your home. You'd be getting products and services from local suppliers, but even though your choice was small, you probably were able to trust what it was that you were getting. You knew the person who was supplying it to you personally.
It was about trusting the experience of individuals. There were no requirements or expectations of customers. That didn't really exist.
Early 1900s, mass production took over from their craftsman age and introduced the whole idea of manufacturing on a larger scale, larger volumes.
In the first instance, I think trust was fundamentally around the product. What we saw then was this emergence into trust around the service provided around the product.
That brought with it generally a supply chain, a reliance upon bought-out components rather than making everything in-house, and therefore a reliance also on inspecting quality of supplied products.
Technology has been central to the growth of quality methods and quality processes in practically every industry.
Second World War brought thinking around TQM, total quality management, where statistics, mathematics, quality principles were introduced to industry. And that enabled the Japanese auto industry to develop and export higher quality, more reliable products at lower cost.
In the retail world, Marks & Spencer led specification buying. It was the first time where instead of buying by sample, people said, I want you to make for me a product to this specification. And that was quite revolutionary.
By the time we'd reached the 1960s, you were getting products and services that had taken advantage of the ability to build global supply chains, to transport items to you from almost anywhere around the globe. And that gave you a huge amount more choice. That choice meant that you didn't know the people you were buying from. You didn't know the companies, and therefore your trust came from the quality systems that were employed throughout all of those factories. I truly believe that every progress that has been made in the world over the last 100 years has been because we've used quality method.
We have processes where we incentivise our contractors to tell us when something hasn't been built correctly. If they raise a problem and we haven't identified it, they'll get paid to put that problem right. If they have a problem and they don't raise it and we find it, they will not get paid to do the rectification. That information is gold dust.
If we turn our attention to the present day, people's concerns about quality, their concerns about trust, aren't only does the product work and is it being delivered to me in a way that I like, but do I like this organisation and the way it behaves as a neighbour, as my neighbour?
Consumers started to ask, what's really going on in my supply chain? And that really emerged in the late 1990s. It came out of the green movement, and I think that took trust to a whole broader dimension.
Until now, quality was dependent on human being ability. But to minimize variation of quality, we need to use more automation, such as AI. So in the future, we can contribute to customer satisfaction more.
Expectation of having products that fully meet requirements that are quality products is as high as ever, and people are happy to shout about it if they're not.
A quality professional should be looking at the bigger picture. The bar for what we have to think about when we are improving processes and adopting technology is certainly going up. And it's something that technology by itself cannot give you. It must have that human element and the kinds of processes and techniques that quality professionals bring to the table.
Today, you'll be constantly dealing with everything from sustainability, carbon impact of your supply chain, modern slavery, right through to packaging, disposal of waste. It's a very different dimension today.
Quality is always technology-based to a degree. It uses technology. But what it's trying to achieve are very human goals. Because if you're not achieving a human goal, then what's the point? And because of that, the use of quality methods that are able, from human interaction, to oversee and to be able to direct them in ways that are socially good are extremely important for the future. And that's the direction that quality is going to take.